There's got to be
I was trying to figure out how. I was trying to figure out a couple of months ago how would I do that? How could I stream on a computer, and then at the same time, how could I like
you want
put up a
it
document
up on
and
the
then read
screen
off
for
the
the viewers
document
to see it.
while I'm streaming? No, but this is no. I think there are a couple of other platforms that you could do it with, but this is just one of the more convenient ones. Yeah, this is one of the more convenient. And then I also saw how I could, like add people up to the screen like that. So let me see if I can all right. Capo, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. But do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh shit, it's about
I can see you, Cap.
time.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Man,
Yeah, here we go.
we in there now.
Yeah, I was like, yo, we got to figure this shit out, son.
So it says
We
that
got
you're
to figure
live
it out,
28
man.
minutes. Like
Absolutely.
Real spill, yo. Yeah.
Can you just like restart it?
Yeah.
That it's late. That it's live 28 minutes now.
Now, me and him, we've been talking for me and him was talking. Now, me and Capo, we was on here. We was actually on the phone for probably 30 minutes before we went live. We were just on the phone talking, chopping it up for a while, about 30 minutes before we even went live. And then we just decided, our conversation was so good. We were just flowing with the conversation that we said, you know what? Let's go live and continue this conversation on live.
That's why I wanted
that's
to
what we wound up doing. This shit.
Same thing. Like every time I'm on the phone with them, I'm like, shit, bro. I wish this was recorded. Like,
because we were having a really good conversation.
We talk about stuff like nobody talks about, kind of shit,
Exactly.
Yep.
But
so
are you just like we're open to whatever you're doing? Like the paper arrows thing.
No, I was gonna do paper arrows tonight, but I said no. Being that it's our first time with us with us getting on, I said what we'll do is we'll come on and we'll just we'll shoot from the hip and just take the conversation wherever it flows, because we all like all three of us, we're pretty knowledgeable guys. Not only that, but we got personality as well. So I mean, we can move it without even going on and reading. All three of us, we got pretty good knowledge about particular subjects, so we could just chop it up. That's what I wanted to do for our first one. This is only the first one. This is the beginning, guys. It's not a big deal. It's me just learning how this stuff operates as well. Yeah. It's me learning how it operates. Yep.
So, I mean, would this be considered a podcast? Kind of. I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Yep.
Anything, any which way we can move it.
Yeah.
And get the
real
message.
spill.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
A lot of things that needs to be said. Different perspectives, different point of views. I don't know. I just feel that this time in the world, like, a lot of things that people ain't really thinking about, they don't have their priorities straight.
Man, I don't know anybody that's got their priorities straight these days.
Yeah, even me. I'm not even one to talk, but God damn it, I'm working on it.
Same.
Language.
We all fall short. None of us is perfect. Not one of us is perfect, man.
Oh.
We all gonna fall short. We strive for perfection, but we fall from it. Every one of us. We gotta, You gotta look how we was born though. We always born falling. So you gotta crawl before you walk, and then you gotta walk before you run. So it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna learn until the day we die. Until the day we die, we're gonna be learning. So it's all good. As long as we keep getting better though. As long as we be better people than we was yesterday. You know what I mean?
That's what it's all about. And obviously, I feel, we all here for a reason. Like, even now, us right now together in this live chat, that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe.
Mistakes only mistake if you ain't learned from it, right?
Yeah. And it ain't even.
Everything I know is for making mistakes.
Exactly.
Either that or just doing it over and over again.
Yeah, so you get it right.
But that's actually how we learn. How many times we had to fall before we knew how to walk? We fell over and over again. But one thing we also did, we got back up and we kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna fall, but the thing is to get back up and keep walking. Yo, Tyler, did you have a chance to see any of the Paper Arrow series that I was putting up? Did you get a chance to look at any of it?
I listened to like most of 1 and 2, or I think I started on 2 actually and did 2 and 3. I think I skipped 1 by accident. I thought it was the first one, but I didn't get to today. That's how I was late. Because when my dad went out, I was supposed to be out for like 30 minutes. I was out for like over an hour.
Oh wow!
So I liked it. It was good. Did you?
You actually inspired me to put the fourth. You inspired me to put the fourth one up because when you told me that you was reading, you was into it. I'm like, oh, you know what? Well, then I got to keep it pushing. I got to make sure I'm putting out this good material, and you know what I mean. And then right now, so look, right now I only have as you can see on the screen. Is on page 56, so I only have like 20. There's like 20 more pages left, and then I'm gonna be completed with that Paper Arrows. And then we definitely gonna move on to some other topics, especially like current events. Like me and Capo was just discussing like the situation with the alternative coins or the alternative currency like Bitcoins and Ethereum and Dogecoin. Yeah, with the crypto, that's what it is. I lost my train of thought for a second. I couldn't even get it out. But yeah, the cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, and I got to get in that, but right now it's tough. But I would. But I know it's the way of the future for sure. I've heard enough people saying it.
Hey, saludos, ¿cómo está? That's exactly what I was saying. Like, there's 2 different perspectives out there with that. Like you got one side, and I don't take neither side. I guess it's just what I've seen and what I've heard. You know what I'm saying about cryptocurrency, and with that they say it's money laundering, and they buy all kinds of. It's all black market mainly.
I believe that because I've never really had to use it.
Though the stock market is the same thing. Yeah,
I mean, come on, the people that run that shit, they're the drug dealers drug users of America running that shit up there. Half those guys are doing dope and fucking whores on the weekends.
There's pros and cons and everything, though. There's pros and I think it's pros and cons and everything as well. But for my opinion too, especially like with the stock market, for my opinion, is like what's good about it is this. There's companies that's on the stock market, like Apple, for instance. So what kind of phone do you have, Tyler?
I got an Android.
Are you have an Android? What about you, Cap? You got an Android or Apple phone?
Apple.
Yeah, Cap got the Apple. See, so like so Apple is on the stock market trading. So it would not be a bad idea to own some Apple stock. I mean, you got the phone, and that's what I said to myself too. I wouldn't mind owning some Apple stock. They got the Apple phones out there. Not only that, they got the nice computers. Like Apple got a lot of products that we use all the time. So why not own some of it? That's the way I look at it. That's the pro. That's my phone, but I like the way I look at it. Pro. Yeah, they got the MacBook, right?
Yeah, I preferred using the Apple laptops, but I like using the Android phones. But Apple's never going anywhere without the usability. Everybody likes it because it's easier, but to me, it makes things more difficult because, like, you get Word docs and all that, and it's a pain in the ass with Apple. But all the usability features are pretty basic and simple, so everybody goes with them. But I love this phone.
Me, I'm an Android. I'm an Android guy myself too. But a lot of people I know do have the iPhone. What's your take on the iPhone, Cap?
Yeah,
as far as that between that and Android, how you feel about it?
All of them, like, they all good devices. The Android, I never had one, so wouldn't be able to tell. But what I do know is that their pictures is something different. Android is with Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Is that Microsoft?
Samsung Galaxy.
Samsung Galaxy.
Microsoft, right?
Okay, so then you have Apple, Steve Jobs, whatever the case may be. They're both amazing phones, both of them. Smartphones for smart people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I see people do all kinds of, and that's cool too. But if you got a question, ask your phone. They're gonna. You still got people with smartphones asking for directions.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Let me see your phone. How? You know what I'm saying? All kinds of,
Yes.
all different shit. So, but as far as that's concerned, I don't, you know, you know what it is. I
It's
don't
funny
like
watching.
the third party. Forget the device. It's the companies and how they move and what they allow them to do and all kinds of shit. Yo, bro, the other day I made up a whole Facebook page with a fake birthday and a fake year, or everything. I can't tell you that the scam nightly calls insane. They call me for all kinds of medical insurance, car insurance, whatever the deals on cars. And I'm over here telling them, yo, I never signed up for any TPMO. What are you doing? What are you talking? Third party, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Third party marketing shit.
Yeah, I'm about to move out to Vegas soon. I think I started getting spam calls from you calling my moving companies, and the worst part is my spam blocker doesn't block them because they come in as 908 numbers, which is my area code, and they come in with names. But the worst part is nobody answers. It's literally blank. I pick up, hello, hello, and it goes, "Doodle-doo," clicks up. I get nonstop phone calls. There's nobody even there, and they're all 908 numbers. It's a pain in the ass.
Wow.
Is nasty. And all the new technology, they each come with their algorithm and they're studying, and that's AI derives from that, and all kinds of other stuff and programs and softwares where it's just ridiculous. It's not safe. It's not safe. That's why you see a rise in scams and all kinds of shit. Yo, bro, whoever invented the law is because they're the father of criminality.
Yeah, right.
They had to find a way to get away with it. Whoever invented the law is the father of criminality. But then, like, I was looking at the documents you got put up, and it's talking about when it is, and then again, it's not. It's just that I'm stuck in my ways on how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't the same no more. That
I would.
shit don't look good though.
I think there is a lot going on, and it's not
It's not
stuff
good.
going on like that we're being proactive about in a good way. It's like everybody's hurting, and like I've been in cuffs in the last 2 years like 8 times, and everyone in my life thinks it's because I'm an idiot and I'm hanging around the wrong people. But I went through a bad relationship. I broke up with a girl. I lost all my friends, and then I'm going out and I'm coming across people that are snaking me left and right. And it's
How old
not even people I'm hanging with.
How old were you? How old were you when this happened? You broke the breakup. I'm sorry.
We broke up right before COVID, and then COVID happened, and I guess I was at my house for about a year. Just in the last 2 years, I just moved out of my condo, and I'm at my parents' house right now because I'm waiting to go out to Vegas. Never even been to Vegas, but that's where I'm going to head after this.
You got friends out there? You got someone out there?
Yeah, my girl's out there right now.
All right, cool.
But yeah, I got a spot out there, and she's got her in our place, and I'm waiting to go because I'm on probation from one of the times that I was in cuffs. So I'm waiting an answer to see if I can even get approved, which I'm pretty sure I'm approved already, but I don't want to jinx it. I think they're going to tell me on Friday.
Well, good luck to you, bro. Yeah, man. And as far as those cuffs, stay away from those people, man. Those people ain't worth it.
Well,
and I know your stance on whatever it is you standing on. I know, but at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck. Those people, and that shit ain't gonna change whether you take a stance or not.
Right? Yeah, we need all of us to stand, and it's not going to happen unless we all do it.
The stance that you take is for you and the people around you and your loved ones. That's the stance you take.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that because you standing, but those people ain't never gonna change. Don't stand up to them. You gotta work around those motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can't stand in the police. I've done it every time. And this last charge that I'm in, I think it's because they told him to get the F out of my house the first few times. And they didn't like it.
If you could get a lawsuit out of them, them, then go for it. Fuck that, go for it. But other than that, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind being locked up, but this last one's all false, and it was the hardest one to deal with, and it causes me the most problems.
Because of the history, is it aligned with everything else in the past?
Yeah, one of them, first one is the ex-girlfriend over text messages. I got arrested. Came with 2 warrants. One's looking for a weapon, one's looking for me.
What the fuck?
Second one, Lionel knows about. I was down in Philadelphia, got robbed, and I went back for my shit. Now I got my ass beat, and he ended up calling the cops afterwards, and I got.
Oh yeah, that situation with crazy ass Danny. That crazy ass situation with Danny, right?
Yeah, you called him the worm.
Yeah, Danny the worm. I was mad with Tommy for introducing you to him. I was like, Tommy, how you gonna introduce this guy to Danny, bro? You know Danny's a worm. You know Danny's a worm, yo. And then he wound up dying too from a drug overdose. That was even crazier. When I heard that he died from a drug overdose, I'm like, what the hell, bro? Yo. Yeah, he actually overdosed with drugs and died, yo, this dude, yo.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Face Danny, he actually got you didn't even know that he died, right?
Yeah,
but he was like, and he wasn't, and I don't, and like I said, like I came across him quite a few times, and me and him really never did any business, but he just knew a lot of people that he was familiar with some guys that I knew, so like he was familiar with Brandon, he was familiar with Tommy, you know what I'm saying? But he he was known for doing some bad things. That's why he actually looked the way he looked, because he had his face all burnt up, his skin was all messed up because some guy threw acid in his face. Because I don't even know like the history of what even happened with that particular story. But I just know when I met him, he was all messed up from some guy throwing acid on him and shit. He was all like his skin shit, like yeah, he looked crazy and shit. Like he was just bad looking and shit. Like, but he did something to somebody else and he got acid thrown on him. That's why he was in the situation he was in, and then come to find out that he had robbed Brandon for about $10,000, something like that. So that's why when I introduced you to Tommy, and then Tommy introduced you to him, I'm like, Tommy, what's wrong with you? Why the hell would you introduce this kid to Danny, bro? Of all people, my dude, you know how greasy Danny is. Like, Danny's a worm. Why would you introduce this kid to Danny, yo? But we live and we learn, and then he's not here, so I don't really want to talk bad about somebody who passed away. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that that situation is over with. T. I'm sorry to hear that you lost. You had to lose and you had to go through that what you went through with this guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's not here. No, he's not here anymore. He's not here anymore. And he wasn't just a bad guy to you. He was a bad guy to himself. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, look at the way he looked, and then look at the way he died.
Yeah,
I heard he died right on the street. Like he overdosed and died right in the street, yo.
In the street?
He was found.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he died in the street. He died in the street, right? I think right outside of his house. I think he was from Philly as well, too. He was out there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, just Stillman Street.
Yeah, he died. Yep,
where it
died right in the street, yo. Yep, he died in the street. That's where he died at. He died in the street, yo. He died right in the street, man. He was, he was just moving real bad. He was just moving bad. And unfortunately, you got to get involved with that dude. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it wasn't. It's supposed to see him. Tommy never mentioned him to begin with. He said he had a girl down there that I could chill with before I met up with him, and I was only supposed to be there for like an hour or two. And then it was like, it ended up being like 5 hours. And when I went downstairs, my shit was gone. And then I got like held hostage in that dude's living room.
What?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy
another
shit.
dude
Yeah.
holding something in a bag. I couldn't tell if it was a knife or gun, but he's like this. And I'm like, and I'm sitting in there and they're demanding money from me. I went back the next day to see if I could get my shit. It was long gone.
Yeah, I flipped on Tommy about that. I flipped on Tommy about that too, because I was mad. I was really mad. I was really upset with Tommy about that whole situation because, you know what I'm saying? Like you was a good guy to me, so I was like, yo, Tommy, this kid is a cool kid. So I introduced you to him. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of messed up too, though, T, because just because you know me, don't mean that anybody I introduce you to that you could be cool with them. You know what I'm saying? Me and you was already cool.
I'm not blaming it on no one.
You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, we live and we learn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and who's to, and it wasn't, it's actually not, you know what I mean? Like, who's to say what the hell? But it was just I was upset with Tommy, though, for introducing you to that guy, though. I was really mad with Tommy about that. I flipped on him like, yo, Tommy, man, you know, you really, you messed up, bro. I didn't say that, not in those words. I wasn't really nice about what I was saying to him.
No, I mean, I even talked to him afterwards for a while. I think, like, I don't know. Supposedly, if he had caught any problems, it was because he was like, he heard there was stuff between me and him or whatever, and he said that he had issues down there, but I don't know what it was from. I was talking to him. I talked to him like almost every day running up to that situation. I was going down there to see him, but he wasn't like ready to see me or whatever. So I was like, and that's how I ended up over there. But I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was ridiculous. But Philly, I'd get locked up in Philly any day over Jersey, dude. I did almost a month in Philly, and it was a cakewalk. They even let you wear your own sneakers in there.
Oh,
but
Philadelphia,
Jersey, man.
I like Philly too. I was out there. I think about a month ago. What was it? A month ago when I told you I was out there. I was in Pennsylvania. We was in Philly. Then went to PA. Yeah, I like Philly, man. Every time I go out there, I make money. Like I like Philadelphia. I don't have no issue with the Philly guys. It's different than New York. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
way different. Cool.
Yeah, Philly's
cool. Give me a sec, guys.
Yeah,
I was thinking about moving down there for a little bit, but it was after the Philly thing and then getting out. And everybody says Frenchtown's like the new hot area. I went down Frenchtown Strip, and it was, I mean, it looked like the amount of garbage and needle caps and shit on the ground. I was like, I don't know, man. They call Frenchtown what do they call it? Like the new Forbes or something of Philly.
Yeah, they got some messed up parts of Philly as well. They got some really messed up parts of Philly as well. I don't like those parts of Philly. I like the other parts, like the parts not around that, because there's some bad parts of Philly. There's some really, really bad parts of Philly. You can get
Center Philly is the nicest area, right? Center Philly.
Yeah, it looked like a third. In some parts of Philly, look like a third world country, actually.
Yeah, when I was in jail, it was everybody from Kensington.
Yeah, some parts of Philly look like a third world, yo. I was like, yo, I see some parts of Philly. I'm like, where the hell am I at? I couldn't believe I was still in America, let alone in another state, like, you know, or in Philly. Because like I saw some really nice parts of Philly. I've been in some parts of Philly, like with some Italian guys that they leave their doors open. They don't even lock their doors. They leave their doors open. They walk right into their house with the doors open. They don't even lock their doors.
Yeah,
you know, they don't. That's how trustworthy they are there. And then some other parts, I mean, we definitely don't want to be there after dark. Word. I'm like, wow. I know.
I think everything's changed after COVID, though. You know, like I was down there right after COVID, maybe. I don't know. Shortly after, it wasn't too long after COVID started. It was probably right when things just started to chill out from the serious mask wearing and shit.
Oh wow. No, but I've been out there quite a few times afterwards. They still got the bad parts too. I ain't gonna hold you. I still, like, you know, driving through. You still come across some parts where you're like, where the hell are we? Like, it's just really like, it look like a third world country, man. It's hard to believe you're still in America, to say the truth, yo. There's some really bad parts of Philly. I mean, I'm from New York City, the Bronx, and I see some bad parts of the Bronx, but nothing compares to what I've seen out in Philadelphia, yo. Word, yo.
There's some bad areas. If you ever want to check it out, go on YouTube and type in, like, I think it's Kennedy Boulevard. Type in like Kennedy Boulevard.
I think it's Vincent.
Yeah, Kensington Boulevard. I mean, it looks like a zombie alley.
God, yo, that's
people
crazy.
go down in their cars and film everybody, and it's just like freaking garbage can fires and a bunch of dopers just all like leaning all over the place.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. It's actually some bad parts of San Francisco as well. San Francisco is real. Like there's some parts of San Francisco.
Disaster, dude.
What? Yeah. I've seen some really bad, but then I've also seen some beautiful parts of San Francisco, like in the mountains. Like I know a guy, he has a house in the mountains, and his house is plush. And so, I mean, I've seen some really plush, nice properties out there in San Francisco.
Probably the outskirts of San Fran, right?
Well, yeah, I see some slums
when I went
as
to
well.
San Fran, being a deadhead, I was like, oh man, I didn't even want to go because I thought I was gonna love it, and like hate Ashbury and all that shit. And then I went out there, and it was the first time I was there. I've been to Cali like 7 times or something, and then I went. San Fran was the last time I went, and bro, it was a disaster. It was like empty. All the big buildings were empty. There's nobody working, and it was just a bunch of bums on the street. And it's just like there was people shitting on the sidewalks. Like it was, and like I thought I was gonna love it, and I was like, what? I was like, not only did I hate it because of how a mess it was, but then the geography of it with the ups and downs and those hills and stuff. It was just
then you got the hills in San Francisco too. Yeah, San Francisco is the West Coast is different, man. I like California though. I like California. I've been out there.
I do. I've only been to LA and Orange County and did like in Laguna Beach and Dana Point, all those places.
Santa Monica. I like Santa Monica's pretty cool. So I've been out there. That beach, they got a nice beach out there in Santa Monica. Like there's some everywhere. I think you got your slums and then you got your nice parts of everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, with the work that we do, we get to travel around and we get to see the different states and things like that. So you know what I mean? It's good to see the states, but it just like coming across certain places and you start to see these slums and you're like, where the hell are we? It's hard to believe that you're still even in America. Because like I said, some parts look like third world. But I think Philly's might be the worst though. Philly might be like one of the worst places I've been as far as those slums in Philly is nothing like that, man. That's like,
I mean, I don't believe in the defund the police thing. I don't think police should treat everybody the way they do. But like, I think Philly is so bad because cops don't do shit down in Philly. So people get away with murder over there.
Yeah,
so
that's probably what it is.
There's more shitheads out in the street running around doing stupid stuff now. And I think really everything got worse after COVID, dude.
Because you know what, and that's the weird thing too. Because that's what I do recall about Philadelphia as well. You don't really feel like a police presence there. You don't even feel a presence. You must see.
Or if you see them, you look at them. You could be doing something wrong, unless you're like really hurting someone right in front of them or something.
You don't really even feel a presence of police out there. When I come think about Philadelphia, I mean, it depends. Well, it also depends like where you're at too. Sometimes because I think like anytime you're around any of those stadiums or those concert halls, then you're gonna get a police presence. But other than that, you don't really get a police presence out there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, shot nigga. Play with me. I drink.
You don't even get a police presence. Nah, you good, bro. Like Tyler, back to what you were saying as far as health is concerned. Like, yeah, man. Yeah. We do need to eat a lot better, and that's one thing that I've come to learn in like in the last, I would say the last 10, 15 years of my life, I started eating better. You know what I mean? Yeah. I actually don't eat. I eat like green leafy foods a lot more. I don't even eat with a sandwich. I used to eat eat lettuce. I don't eat lettuce anymore with a sandwich. I would more than likely eat spinach with a sandwich, and then most of the time I have any pasta. I'm definitely gonna have a salad, and I'm gonna have some spinach. I'm not gonna eat I really don't eat like lettuce like that anymore. It's more I gotta have the dark leaf.
Yeah,
and, spinach is like one of my favorites.
No nutrients in it. It's all water.
Especially raw. Yeah, especially raw spinach. I could eat it right out of the bag, like potato chips, man. I love spinach, yo.
Yeah,
that is
I
think that's one of the things that help me as far as my health is concerned. Spinach helps me a lot as far as my health is concerned because I love it, you know.
If you're into that stuff, dude, and you think greens make you feel good, you gotta fuck with like chlorella and stuff, or like the extracted, like the chlorella extraction from the greens. You can get them like in the droppers, and it's straight the nutrients from the lettuce and everything. or like, wheatgrass and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you juice wheatgrass, then you do like the 2-ounce shot of wheatgrass. 2 ounces of wheatgrass juice is equivalent to like eating 15 pounds of green vegetables. It's like that much nutrients in a 2-ounce shot. So like if you go to like one of the health food stores and you get like straight chlorophyll, that could be like an entire like a flat of lettuce put into the one little bottle with just the chlorophyll. And you should do it, dude. Because if you have that stuff, like if you're at home and you have that green, it's like dark green. And say you get it on your counter, it'll stain your counter. It's like dye. But and you look at it and say, oh, I don't want that in me. But that's why it's good. It goes through you and it doesn't get stuck in your intestine stuff. It wipes you out.
Just that that's crazy. You say that because what colors you think your organs are? The colors of the rainbow, and not that rainbow with 7 colors, the one with 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm into like all the things that I'm into, like those fermented foods and everything. People think I'm just doing it because it's healthy. Like, I mean, we don't do that anymore. It's one of the biggest reasons we're not healthy. Like, no probiotics. Like, the people that are the sickest have gut lining holes in their gut. It's leaky gut syndrome. You're literally leaking undigested food and acids and stuff into your body outside through your gut. I mean, that's if you're super unhealthy. That's usually when you're really overweight and you eat a lot of shitty food. But once you have a leaky gut, I mean, then you're getting super lethargic. You're hella toxified. But I mean, I hate that the hack term, but I mean, there are ways to skip it all. And like, that's like why I do a lot of minerals and substitute some vitamins and stuff. Like, you can eat a lot of fruits and a lot of veggies, but it's a lot to eat. And these days, even if it is grown perfectly, it's grown on soil that doesn't have the nutrients in it. And even if it is on soil with nutrients, these days where they're spraying stuff, they grow it with minimal compound. They do it's that NPK, and it's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That's it. So they're growing with 3 minerals, and it's because like almost any fruit and veg you can like grow with those three nutrients. So they're all nutrient deficient.
Phosphorus and what was the K for? Nutrients, phosphorus, and what?
Is nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. NPK.
Nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus.
Yeah, look it up sometime. Almost everything that's grown fast and in an area where they regrow and regrow, you can grow like anything with the NPK. And that's why even if you're like, oh, I'm going to be perfectly healthy, I'm going to eat just a bunch of fruits and veggies and stuff, you're eating fruits and veggies that are still deficient in the nutrients that you need.
Wow.
And I'm big on mineralization because of that. I mean, even if you're like, say you go to the gym and you pick out the healthiest person in there, you're like, that guy's got to be the healthiest. He's still probably mineral deficient. Like, we're all mineral deficient. That's why when you look on the back of the box and you're eating foods or like your cereal, everything has stuff added to it. You got your RDIs, your daily intakes. Like, they always have magnesium, calcium, potassium. That's all minerals that they add into it, and it's not a lot. It's not enough.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of the foods that they sell us too, it's just so they could basically keep these guys. The doctors get paid. You know what I'm saying? They get paid anytime they cut you, anytime they do surgeries. That's a lot of times. That's why they do a lot of women are not having natural childbirth anymore, because the hospitals get paid extra for surgery. So they like cutting them open and taking the baby out that way. So a lot of women are not even having a natural childbirth. They're actually cutting a lot open.
What I think is more messed up than not having natural childbirth is women are starting to not be able to have kids. There was a few doctors that I followed, like when I was getting into my health and all that stuff, and they were saying, like, if shit keeps going the way it's going, like shortly by 2030 or shortly after that, we could be starting to have like kids, like 1 in 3 could be autistic after like 2030 because of how toxified the environment is and shit, and the amount of kids that are coming out that aren't normal anymore. They got problems. I don't know how true the autistic thing is by 2030, but I remember specifically hearing doctors saying that, like, if things keep going the way they are, like, we're going to start looking at like autistic kids, 1 in 3. being autistic. Where'd Lionel go? You just got off
Great.
camera.
No, I'm here. I'm here still. I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm just I got two computers in front of me, so I'm over here messing with the other one as well. That's what I'm doing. I'm over here two computers. Yeah.
Like I'm a big water guy, and I don't buy like special water all the time. I used to distill all my water, but like I had paid like $5 for this thing, plus the jar today. That I went to that health food store. He had an ionizer water machine, and like
what kind of water is that? What kind of water is that?
It's ionized water. It's filtered water, and then it goes through an ionizer.
You pay for that machine?
Those machines are expensive as shit.
I know. Hell yeah.
And there's also since it's something that's like a good one, it works really well, but there's a bunch of scammers on the market that like literally like electrify the water the wrong way. Like they literally run electricity through it. And this water is almost like it is a water that holds energy in it, but if it's not done properly, you're like zapping the water in a bad way. And there's a bunch of scamming companies that do it. And then the ones that are legit, they're like over $1,000 for an ionizer.
Destroying it. Yeah, way over $1,000. The cheapest when I first heard about those shits, I found out that the cheapest was $3,500 for the cheapest ionizer, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they run for now. That was years ago, but yeah, during COVID and shit.
Yeah. I read into water a long time, and it wasn't because I wanted to know, like I got so much mixed information when I first was reading. And then I was trying to figure out what the best was. And then once I was trying to figure out what the best was, I was figuring out which machine or which way I was going to filter the water. And through doing all that, I realized how messed up everything is. Like I ended up doing distilled water. And when I was deciding on what to figure out, like which kind of water, and I went with distilled, like if you typed in drinking distilled water on Google, the first link on the top, it said early deaths come from drinking distilled water.
Oh shit!
And it's not true. I drank that shit for 8 years straight, like every day. Then I didn't use anything else, just distilled water. And if I did anything, I'd put minerals in it. And like they would say, a lot of people still say it. They say if you drink distilled water, that it'll pull minerals from your system. And it's not true. It'll remove toxins from your system because it's an empty water. It's slightly on the acidic range. So it's an empty water. It's 000 water. It's pure. And when you drink distilled water, it actually pulls stuff out of your system. It makes you it detoxifies you.
What do you think about people that boil water and then freeze it to drink it? What does that do?
I think boiling just does one thing, it sterilizes it if it's not sterile. That's what we don't really have to worry about too much, the sterile water from the water plant, but they put chlorine in it to sterilize it. So a lot of faucet water has chlorine in it. Chlorine is bad for your nervous system and is cancer producing and stuff if you in high amounts.
Chlorine is a poison in itself and they know it.
Yeah, it's funny because last night I was in the bathroom because I've been trying to get my parents to be healthier, and I'm looking at their toothpaste. It says fluoride on it, and almost everybody uses fluoridated toothpaste, and fluoride is a poison. And nobody's dying over here from fluoride, but that's what your pineal gland. I mean, that's what connects you to your higher consciousness, and they say it calcifies it. Literally turns into rock. It's one of the lighter chemicals on the chemistry chart, and fluoride, when you're brushing your teeth, literally goes straight to your head and goes up and goes into your brain and calcifies your pineal gland and stuff.
Anything that goes on your body or your pores is gonna taint you.
Yeah.
Always and forever is always gonna taint you. You never heard of the experiment where they talk to the water and then they freeze it and then they look at the formations of the ice and see which ones look like they're disease prone and which ones look like fucking snowflakes?
Yeah. I mean,
one of a kind.
I haven't seen the freezing thing. I believe what you're saying, but yeah, I know people that like take water and they put it in.
But they talk to the water. They do the same thing with rice. Some rice, they talk to a jar of rice nice, and in front of the other jar, they talk to it with ugly words and nasty words, and it rots.
Yeah, I know one of the one of the most like OG mushroom growers in the country, and when he's making his chocolate bars and stuff, he plays vibrational music and stuff to his chocolate bars.
That's because they say the opera and the orchestra, that kind of music taps in and breaks, actually specifically breaks the calcium around the pineal gland and awakens it.
Yeah,
That's why a lot of people put that for their babies when they infants to sleep, and it just raises their IQ as they get older, because it all comes down to frequencies. Frequencies is energy, energy is power, so on and so forth.
Agree with that 100%.
Yeah, that's the truth. Because people are we energy. That's exactly what we are. We're more spirit. We're more spirit than anything, and we got vibe, and a vibe comes off of us as well. So you know what I noticed too, like sometimes when you come around certain people, it's a feeling that you get off of them, because we are vibing. We actually we move. We actually vibrating when people come up when bad spirited people come around us. You feel that vibe off of them.
Yeah,
they're giving off,
and worse, it brings you down. It brings you down to their level too.
Yeah, it's a negative vibe that they give off. But we all have that particular power. So, like even like Mike, like a couple of weeks ago, I had a good friend of mine too. But sometimes like he would just, or I would just feel, I can't even blame him, or I would just feel like, because I would always, like anytime he asked me for a favor, I would do him the favor. Anytime he asks me a favor, I'll do him a favor. Anytime he asks me a favor, I'll do him a favor. So in my mind, I feel like, well, he should do whatever I ask him to do. He shouldn't have a problem anytime I ask him for something. He should just do it.
Won't do it, right? Yeah.
Every time he comes to me, I help him. I don't even ask why. I just help him. So I feel in my mind, I'm like, yo, anytime I ask him for help, I don't even ask him for help. Anytime I ask him to do something, he should do it. But he doesn't. He's just not. That's just not his personality.
He don't reciprocate.
But I started to actually feel a way about it, and then I would start arguing with him about it, and then I'm like, so one time, like I said, he always asked me for stuff. But this particular time, I just asked him to do something, and he didn't want to do it. So then I got mad, and but then I can't actually blame him for that, because I can't expect everybody to be how I am. You know what I'm saying? You only can expect certain things from yourself. You can't expect people to be how you want them to be, nor should they be how, he has a mind of his own, so he doesn't have to think the way I want him to think. But I got off the phone with him, I flipped on him and everything, and then I got off the phone, I'm like, I had a bad feeling, and I'm like, I can't blame him for that bad feeling though, because I allowed myself to feel that way. So then I caught myself. I got back in the good book, because I love the good book, and I read some scriptures, and I calmed myself down basically, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wrong for my expectations, not wrong necessarily because, like I said, I help this guy all the time, but I'm wrong for the feeling that I allow myself to feel when he wouldn't do what I would do. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But I caught myself right after that.
Never give somebody money if you're expecting it back.
Yeah, so I actually called him. I apologized. I actually calmed myself down, but I realized, like, you know what I'm saying. And then I also realized that I could have actually got him to do what I wanted him to do if I just came across a little bit different. Like, you could catch more bees with honey. That's a saying too. You can catch more bees with honey. I think I was like irate with him, and I was all like demanding, and like, you know what I mean? it's just my attitude. I just had the wrong attitude.
That was me to get my wanted for sure. Well, you're talking about happened to me just last week. I was telling you about it. The kind of like, dude, I wasn't doing anything, expecting nothing, and almost every time in my life that I've been hurt the worst is when I'm helping somebody. And that's what's crazy, is because I'm like going out of my way, not looking for anything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna help this dude. Like, I don't mind. I'm a good dude. Like, I can help him, and he's not asking for it, but I can help. It's easy for me. I don't care. And I'm in the middle of helping, and I realized the whole time they're like trying to trying to screw me while I'm helping them. And it's like, what?
Wow.
Like, I'm helping this dude, and this guy's robbing me right now. Like,
Wow.
how's that even happen?
That's
it happened
the
to me.
worst too, yo.
This dude has freaking epileptic cancer that I'm dealing with, and he's all of a sudden he starts promising me all these things, and I'm not asking for it. And then at one point I was like, I don't need nothing, dude. It's fine. And he's like, but I promise on my life, I'll do this for you. And then he starts, and then I'm like, you keep saying it, whatever. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. I don't care. And then I realized he's lying the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And I thought he was just promising me this shit because he was grateful for what I was trying to help him with.
Wow.
Like, how fucked is that?
It's crazy.
Trust me, I almost lost my shit because I ended up giving him some money and shit and like helping him out. But he was promising me paying me back, and I wasn't doing it. He was making all these crazy statements and lying to me the whole time, and he was literally just taking my money from me.
Wow.
He was saying that to keep you there, because the minute he stopped saying it.
Yeah, because he did say a few times, "You're my only friend. You're my only friend." And then he'd say, "Well, I don't believe in friends. I don't have any friends." And then I would see him again. And he'd say, "You're my best friend." And I'm like, that's when I got sketched. And it was like within 2 or 3 times hanging out with him, I found out he was full of shit the whole time, and I was never looking for nothing in return. But he was leading me on as I was helping him.
Wow,
crazy.
That's crazy.
But that's when I got pissed off and I wanted to do something. I'm like, this guy's already got the eternal curse on him, bro. Like, the guy's dying. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, he's not even worth doing anything to.
Yeah, and that's at first when I was first getting robbed and shit. I thought it was because I had money, and then I realized I'm still getting robbed and I ain't got no money. Like, what if people are still latching on me and I got nothing to take?
That's crazy.
But, I think it's the mental attitude when I walk around. I'm a pretty happy dude, and I'm usually confident.
Yeah, you are, yo. You not only that, you like one of those guys and shit. Like you're a pretty boy too. I actually got you in my name. It's Pretty Boy T. You're a pretty boy, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't be too nice to people, man. That's what it is too. You real trusting. Because you know where that comes from? That comes from you being trustworthy, but you can't put that on everybody else. Everybody's not trustworthy. Yeah. You can't be putting your trust in a lot. You know what I'm saying? You got to really feel people out.
I read people well. I don't like judging them, but I read them well. In the beginning, I'm like, until this guy doesn't deserve anything from me or whatever. But usually when I let my guard down is when they start, pat me on the back. Tell me I'm such a good guy, or they're asking me questions or saying like, how do you know these things? You're crazy, bro. Like, how do you know this shit? And then all of a sudden I'm like, to me, it's like something simple or it's not a big deal. And they're making me seem so special. And then I'm like, this guy's got to be a cool dude. He thinks I'm a good guy or whatever. And the second I let my guard down, they're friggin' just taking it or whatever.
They bust you upside your head as soon as you let your guard down. That's what they be looking for. They be looking for. A lot of people be looking for, and that's what's so sad too. Like, you got a lot of, well, I can't say a lot of people because the majority of people are more good than, there's more good people in the world than bad. But just like, it's just the day and age that we in. There's a lot of evil in the world, and it's the day and age that we in. That when a lot of times people come across somebody that's nice, they think, a lot of people want to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's also what I learned too is also like the circle that we put ourselves in as well. So if you hang out with, like, you lay down with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. You know what I'm saying? That's
I love that.
For me and Capo, we from the hood, so a lot of time we around people like, what I'm saying, we around people that got the crooked mind and shit. But this is where we grew up, so you know what I'm saying. I used to be one of those people with the crooked mind, so I know what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, like, I actually like the hood. Like, being a white boy, everybody that I'm around will say, like, they'll talk shit, or they say it's like a worser area. Me, I like the openness, and everybody's kind of, they're more rugged, so everybody's more. They don't say, like, I'm outcasted because I'm so open. Like, if I run my mouth, most people hate me because I say what's on my mind. Most people just hide. They don't say anything. They might want to say what I say, but they don't, because they know they'll get judgment from it, or like, they're hiding themselves. I like talking because I realize it pushes people away, and like sometimes they're good people, but like they can't handle me, and then the other people get all my information.
Yeah.
Quick question, Cap. How did you figure that out? What he was saying about that guy? Because you caught that, like, you caught exactly what the guy was doing and shit. How the fuck did you just? I'm like, yo, how you even catch that? What the guy was trying to do and shit. Like,
What,
no.
like, on some funny shit with him, with the guy that you're talking about.
The dude with that's sick. Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, he originally helped. He was helping me because I was like low on cash, and he was at the Walmart, and I was asking to return stuff, and he was like, "I got you, bro." I went to the Walmart, and he started.
Honestly, if this was 20 years ago, I probably would have felt for it. But it's crazy. I can't even.
Yeah, dude, and that's the thing.
The environment, you know what I'm saying? It's so long. That's what we call game.
Yeah, the craziest part is like he was promising me all this stuff, but I didn't need any of what he was promising me. But he kept saying it so much that I was just like, whatever. Like, I'm trying to help this dude. He feels grateful for me helping him, and then he was coaxing me into things that I didn't even realize he was coaxing me into, and I thought it was all because he was grateful for me helping him. Like, it's so messed up. It's ridiculous. And dude, I was pissed. There was a few days I was like,
You know what I call that?
Desperate or
Nah,
eternally miserable.
No. What I would call a person like that, a piece of shit, bottom of the barrel, scum of the earth.
Yeah. A pathological liar that believes in his own lies or thinks that I believe in everything he says.
No.
I only got let on.
This shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I mean, dude.
Scum.
What's funny is it only took me a couple times of hanging out with him because he was in the hospital. I was going to the hospital to see him. And then it took me a couple times hanging out with him. And I was like, something's not right. Like, this dude's promising me things that I didn't ask for. And now he's telling me like tomorrow. And then it's like the next day and it's not happening. And the next day. And I'm like, I wasn't looking for it. But then I'm like, wait a minute. This kid told me 3 days straight now he's going to give me something that I didn't ask for. And he's not.
Let me tell you something.
And then the last day I was hanging out with him.
So this guy was sitting in front of you, selling you a dream of whatever class it may be, that things are gonna work out and be this way and this, that, and the third, and that everything's gonna be okay. And it was a compensation financially or an investment or whatever the case may be. He convinced you that it was gonna be okay, but yet he was standing there in front of you in the situation he was in.
Yeah. And if he knew how to do it, he would have never met you. Yeah, right.
He would have been already good.
Yeah.
See, I come from a time where anyone, except for my mama or my family, and certain,
know what you're saying.
anyone comes to me and tells me anything, I'm gonna look them in the eye and tell them, you're full of shit. You got to show me before you can tell me. Yeah. That's what I would tell them. Anybody who come to me talking that fly shit.
Yeah.
Because all they doing is
leading you on,
lying to you and making it sound fly, making it sound good, making it sound like it's gonna pull through whatever it is they're convincing you. And you believe in them because of certain attributes or certain things that they portray. Let me ask you something. What's happening with Hollywood right now?
With Hollywood?
Yeah. right now, what's happening with Hollywood?
I guess there's probably a few things, but if I were to go first things first, they put things that are actually happening in real life on TV and in movies, but they make it look like it's a movie and not real life.
Overall, Hollywood is no good.
Yeah.
They going down. It's happening before your eyes.
Same thing with like Disney and all that shit.
The actresses, the singers, the hip hop artists, they all being humiliated. You don't see what's going on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I listen to almost. I mean, I'm not gonna say more than anybody, but I listen to a fuck ton of music, and then I realize who I don't listen to, and there's demonic shit behind those people. Like, you like Drake and shit?
Now I tell you this much. I can go down the rabbit hole with you so many different ways, but I tell you this. I tell you this much. Hollywood is going down. That's what you're seeing, the fall of Hollywood. That's what you've been seeing.
They're losing the game, but there's still too many people that don't believe in this shit.
I shouldn't even have to name them all. You know the names, and you've been keeping up.
Dude, I don't watch no TV, I don't watch no movies, on nothing. I listen to music and I stay away from the news, TV, everything. And the TV don't turn on unless it's
you don't know.
Well, I know, but I don't watch because I don't support that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Understood.
All right. You want to see the way I see things or hear things or think of things? I don't watch the news.
It's just that the people that, like NPC, bro.
Non-playable characters.
Everybody NPC. And, it's up to you to break your fucking Rubik's Cube in your head and ask the right questions and use motherfucking discernment and navigate through this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
You disappeared. All right. You ever fuck with like the spirit molecule or anything? I can't hear you now. Hold up. You're no sound. Can't hear you. Where's Lionel? And I can't hear you. Hold on. Yeah, I can't hear you. Let me see if I can't hear you. Shit. Yeah, my mic still seems like it's working, but I can't hear you. It just stopped. Your screen went blank for a second. And now I don't hear you. Fuck.
Up yet.
Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you.
All right,
it try to dead me. It try to take me. It took me out. It took me out.
He disappeared and then he went blank for a second and then his mic went off.
This shit took me out the whole screen, B. But it's all good though, fellas. This is our first one. You know what I mean? We got to come back, man. We got to come, you know what I mean? Put some plans together to come back at a later date. You know what I'm saying? Do this again. Yeah, I enjoyed my time with you fellas, man. I really did, man.
I was starting to talk about the fall of Hollywood. That shit took us out.
Yeah, B. They hating on us, B. They hating on us, B. But nah, then again, too, I gotta just do the upgrade as well. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to do is just get our viewership up a little bit and then do the upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It really don't make sense to upgrade if we ain't got the. I don't need all those extra tools and things like that right now. But you know, once
we should honestly do it like 20, 30 times. You know, just to get used to it, and you know. So when we stop talking in the beginning and shit, we could keep it smooth. You don't got to do all the editing and everything.
Yeah, but we got our little circle right here, me, you, and Cap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got our little circle right here, B. We just got to, you know, stay with the plan, come together. Yo, and I ain't gonna hold you. Earlier today or later when I was first starting it, I didn't expect you guys to come on because you know what I mean. But it was all good though. I mean, everything came together.
Sorry, I was late. It's my dad's birthday.
No, but it's all good though. It's better late than never.
I was like held behind. I hate being late. Everybody's late.
Yeah, better late than never. It just came together, yo. Everything just came together. It came together the way it was supposed to, though. You know what I'm saying? It came together the way it was supposed to. But I'm gonna do some editing to it to like probably edit out the beginning to where we really couldn't hear each other, things like that. And and then I'm gonna put it out. I'll make sure I put it out though. And you know what I mean? So we all could go back and watch it. Just go onto the page. You can tell your friends, family, yo, go look at me on YouTube, man. I'm on YouTube with my friends talking. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell them like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? And yo, let's come back and do this again, fellas, man.
Yeah, I got some legit dudes too that would if I could get on here. Some of them are hippies that are hard to get on technology, but if they get on here, like some dudes that'll bring up some crazy topics and we could ask them questions because they're super. They do shit that people like don't know how to do. Is dope. So it'd be fun.
Word up, though. Peace and love, though, my brothers, man. Y'all appreciate you guys, man. Cap, I appreciate you, man. That's a good look. Yo, T, that's a great look, T. Yo, thank you guys so much, man, for your support. Thank you for y'all support. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I can't thank you guys enough, man. Real spill, man. And I would love to do this again with you guys whenever you guys want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay in touch. Let's make this, you know what I mean? Let's do our thing, man. Even if it's once a week, yo. Even if we do only one time a week, you know what I mean? Let's make sure we do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's make sure we do it, man. Let's make sure we do it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get people to start coming in and you know what I mean, and liking what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna step our game up. You know what I'm saying? And make something out of this thing right here, man. Word is born, yo. Well, we definitely got to build, fellas. But
once we get more of a plan going, we write down like 10 topics and we could go with like a couple per podcast and see where it goes from there.
Capo, you want to say anything before we breeze, Cap?
Yeah, nah, man. You know, it was always a pleasure. Definitely, man. We got to do this again. Definitely got to do this again.
Where you at, Capo?
I'm in the Bronx.
You in the Bronx? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to come out there, bro. I haven't seen Rico in a minute. He's got my stuff.
Where you from?
I'm from Central Jersey. I just moved out of Metuchen, but lived in like Scotch Plains and Metuchen area. Now I'm down in Monroe area at my parents' place till I moved to Vegas.
Okay, no doubt. That's what's up.
Yeah. Yo, let me ask you guys a question. When I went off, y'all was still talking too, right?
Yeah. So it didn't shut down. It stayed on.
So how's you gonna kick me out of my own live, B? Yo, StreamYard, man. What's up with y'all, B? How you gonna kick me?
Yeah, it seemed like
that's a beautiful thing, though. I'm glad y'all stayed on and waited. I'm glad y'all stayed on and y'all waiting for me, yo. Thank you for staying on and waiting for me, guys. Word up. Good looking, man.
Yeah, no
Tyler,
problem.
you want to finish? What else? You want to say anything else, Tyler, before we get off of here, man?
Nah, I'm definitely be down to do more because I mean I don't talk on the phone a lot, but then when I do talk to certain people or whatever, it's usually legit dudes like you, and it's like every time I'm saying something, we're talking about something good, I'm like shit. It's like I wish we just had this recorded or had it online because it's like you get into conversations that you're like, oh, I've never talked about somebody about this before, and even though it's something I believe in big time, it's like nobody's ever talked to me about this kind of thing, and like that's why I want to do this. Like so some people have podcasts that are super successful and they don't even talk about anything that crazy. Talk about basic stuff. They're just consistent. So, if we can actually say something that's enlightening or a little conscious thing we could do, just good. It's consistent. And, we prepare just a little bit, a couple topics. We talk about them and then roll into whatever.
Yep.
And then you edit them to whatever solid that we need. That if we talk for maybe 10 minutes on something we don't need, we just get rid of it or something. But it'd be better if we plan a little bit. We don't have to edit nothing. Once we do it a few times, it'll be solid. We'll go straight through the whole thing, and you'll be like, "That's all good. I don't want to edit it. I want it to look natural." So that'll be legit.
No doubt, people. Like I say, peace and blessings to you guys, man. We're gonna end the live stream right here now. And peace and blessings to you fellas, man. And stay tuned, people. We got a lot more for y'all. Stay tuned, people. We got a lot more for y'all. But we're gonna say good night to you folks.
Scratching the surface.
Good night. Be safe and healthy.
Have a good night, Try.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Cap.
Nice meeting you too, Tyler. Have a good night.
All right, you too, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.